G'day guys, welcome back to Tradio Podcast, proudly powered by Trade Tools. For those of you that don't know me, my name's Brad. I myself am a tradie, but I've recently hung up the tool belt to bring you guys podcasts and videos courtesy of Trade Tools. So in this podcast, I interview tradies and people at different stages in their careers and from all walks of life. So whatever you're doing today, whether you're flat out or just kicking back, we'd like to say thanks for listening to Tradio and enjoy. So you'll notice some censor beeps throughout this episode. It's not always us swearing. I had to go through and bleep out brand names of other companies. But anyway, let's get on with it. All right, so here we are with two special people from Youfoodz. Me and Jono are particularly excited about this podcast because we've got 4 meals sitting here warmed up, ready for us, and Jono's just about ready to attack us to get into this food. So
I fasted.
Oh, yeah. They smell good, don't they?
Fasted since midday, so.
So do you guys want to give us a bit of an intro into yourselves and give us a bit of a summary of who is Youfoodz? They look at each other like, who's taking the reins here? We'll start with you, James, I suppose.
All right, my name's Jimmy. I design the menu at Youfoodz. I create these meals, and Youfoodz, we're a fresh food company delivering to all around Australia beautiful fresh meals, never frozen. So it's all fresh produce to your door delivery.
And you guys, where are you based?
Yeah, we're Brizzy based.
Yeah,
Brisbane.
Brizzy based, yeah.
Yeah.
So how long have you actually been working at Youfoodz?
This is my 4th year.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah, so
you're the man behind all these. You know what? I reckon we should just start with a meal. We'll keep talking.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Before you faint on us.
Fading away to nothing.
Yeah.
You know?
What makes me particularly self-conscious is I've got a dietitian across from me with an eyesight, and she's going to watch exactly how I eat.
Which one do you want to start with, mate?
Oh, either.
All right. You get the large char-grilled chicken with chipotle mayo.
Ooh.
Actually.
How spicy is the chipotle?
Well, don't worry about it.
Well, I do because I don't have any sort of threshold.
They put an extra chili in that one, especially
This
for
particular
you.
one? Yeah, because I've got no threshold. You know, like Doritos?
oh yeah.
Yeah, I can't do them very well. So how am I going to go? Am I going to chew through this water?
What about sweet chili sauce? Can you handle that?
Yeah, in small doses, mixed in with lots of other stuff.
You'll be fine with this. I
Okay,
think.
cool. All right, that's right. All good.
This could prove quite entertaining.
So 4 years for you. Just while we're on you, Jimmy. What did you do beforehand? Were you in a restaurant or was this?
All right, so 4 years for me. Before that, I was in Japanese cuisine. Love Japanese cuisine. So, and also Greek food. I come from a Greek heritage, so I've really tried over the years to incorporate different methods for cooking to get some beautiful recipes out there on the menu.
Imagine you'd have a bitchin' tzatziki then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, nailed it. That's the only Greek food I know. And Japanese cuisine is cheating because you don't cook anything, right?
Well, you got me there.
Gotcha.
You got me there.
So technically, we're all Japanese chefs.
Yeah.
Because it's raw fish.
Mm-hmm. I hope. I'm eating the creamy garlic chicken Kiev and chips, sweet potato chips.
Nice. It's a
That's a
classic.
good one.
You got the garlic sauce. You've got the beautiful crumb chicken, some nice hand cut chips, and I must say the chipotle chicken over there. I created that for myself.
Right.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites. That's for sure.
Do you know what impresses me about these though? Is you're cliche because obviously they're in lots of service stations, and we can speak about obviously the reasoning for that, going to service stations and like the convenience for people, but they actually don't taste like service station meals. That was my big thing. Whenever I see meals in a servo, you just assume it tastes like shit.
Yeah, that's right. And one thing what I loved about going and working in manufacturing is my first day on the job, I saw this big truck come in. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go sign off the order. I'm going to go check out the produce. It was so fresh. It was,
Yeah, right.
It was like being in a massive restaurant. It's all fresh, got it in, we cooked it all. And then about 8 hours later, my executive chef goes, all right, we need to do that again and again and again.
Relentless.
Yeah, because we're fresh, not frozen. You have to constantly cook to the orders daily. So I admired that about the way we manufacture.
Going in with me hands here. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, good. You're eating the veggies.
I love them.
I
Love
know,
veggies.
They didn't get a mention earlier.
Here we go. And now we have
the dietitian.
the dietitian.
Dietitian.
Yeah. Introduce yourself.
Yeah.
Where's this?
Yeah, so my name's Tess. I'm a dietitian and nutritionist, and I've started working for Youfoodz at the start of the year. So I'm still quite new to the role, but loving it so far. So my role at Youfoodz is a little bit diverse. So I work with the customer service team. So say if we get a new customer who's just on their first order and they have maybe a chronic illness or they have like diabetes and they need to decide which meals that they should pick to suit their specific needs.
Yep.
I'll help guide the team around that, or I'll talk to that customer one-on-one. So I have a lot of phone calls. So yeah, dealing with kind of more complex nutrition cases that come through. I also work with the marketing team. So we'll do like nutrition education in whether that be blog posts or videos. And yeah, because it's, you know, everyone eats. So everyone kind of has an opinion about food, and we all eat different, and there's a lot of, I guess, misinformation out there online.
For sure.
So that's what I do being a dietitian. I look at the evidence, like review a lot of scientific research, and then translate that to the general public as to like how we can get that message across. Because my philosophy when it comes to nutrition is it's all about balance and moderation. So like I love chocolate myself. So yeah, it's mostly whole foods, and then you've still got room for treats and things like that. So that's why I love working for Youfoodz, because they really have the kind of same philosophy as me. So they create healthy, nutritious, convenient meals, but then they've also got some treats here and there as well. So
You know what I think? We're here sort of talking about the new range, the large range. What I think is great about this, tradies in a broad sense don't really care that much about nutritious food when you're out working and stuff. You just want something that's going to fill you up. And the thing with these, it's like a win-win. You get a good meal and it actually fills you up, and then you can say, yeah, I ate good food today when you get home to the missus. And
Well, we'll put it this way, guys. I'm a 96 kilo bloke.
Yeah.
And for me, the perfect lunch or dinner, it would be high in protein and delicious. So that's exactly what this large range does. You know, you can order it to your house, pick it up from a servo. Once you put it in your esky, SMOKO's sorted. They're ready to heat and eat in 2.5 minutes.
Well, it's just as quick, you know, for me in the morning to slap one of these in the microwave as it is to have me Red Bull and Ciggy, you know. I feel better after. That's
No way. You feel better after.
Breakfast, isn't it?
It's incredible.
Coffee and a dart for breakfast.
I'm blown away.
Mate, well, you know, I must say that's definitely up there in the top 10 brekkies.
Yeah.
So why not slap a large meal straight after it?
Yeah, that's right.
Unbelievable.
it's interesting coming last weekend before I knew I was coming onto the podcast.
Yeah.
My dad's a builder, my stepbrothers are plumbers, and one's a sparky. And I was like, oh, what do you guys eat throughout the day? Like, what does a day on a plate look like? And Dad was like, how about I just show you? So he takes me out to his trailer, opened the back door. There was wrappers, like pies and
guilty.
Yeah, it's crazy. But I get it though, because, you know, you're on your feet all day. You might be working like a 10-hour shift. You're lifting heavy things. You need quick, convenient food. And by the time you get home, the last thing you want to do is cook. Like if you're a single guy and you don't have a lovely missus making you a 3-course meal or whatever, I get it. And when it comes down to, you know, healthy eating and nutrition, at the end of the day, it's not really about what you're eating, it's why. So convenience, you know, time, all of those things really influence people's nutrition choices. With the large meal especially, it's basically all of the good things that we love in our regular range, except what we've done now is we've increased the protein, we've increased the carbs, and we've increased the volume. So they're bigger. They've still got for the flex or the gains if you want to get the gains. But yeah, so still got all of the great taste. Jimmy's taking care of all of that.
On you, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks,
It
guys.
is good too. I underestimated how tricky it'd be to do a podcast and eat at the same time.
What's on it? Chewing on the microphone.
I know.
You're nailing it,
Trying to
mate.
stay away.
We've got to get a bib for you.
Yeah.
At the mic.
See, you were saying, Tess, as well, you had a good idea before about the microwaves. You know, going to, where would you say, like you can get a cheap one from Kmart and...
Yeah, so Kmart or Big W have just like the small microwaves for like under $50. That's what, a carton of beer? Just like save the carton of beer once, I know.
By both, but that's,
Yeah.
And put it in the back of the trailer and there you go. You put it in the esky and it's heated up. You don't have to go through the drive-through or anything like that, and it's all sorted.
And they actually taste really good cold.
Yeah.
If I'm honest, I know it's probably not the best thing to say. You
I've
should eat them
tried them
hot,
too,
but
yeah.
try them cold.
Yep.
Because not always, and there's other options, but we won't go into those.
I think one of the things I loved as growing up was eating cold pasta.
Yeah.
Is that just me or?
No, it's no way.
No, it's the best. And cold pizza, best.
Yes,
Oh,
cold
yeah.
pizza.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're all on the same page here.
I know.
I tell you what, this chicken Kiev, mate. Do you want to try a bit? Try a bit of that. You have the chook there.
Just to put this in a perspective
tried
for
this.
you, I
Do you want to try my Chipotle?
Yeah, I will. Yeah.
I probably tried about 30 different chicken crumbs to get that
Mate.
chicken profile to match that garlic sauce
Did
for
ya?
you right now.
It's beautiful.
Mate, it's bringing me a lot of pleasure.
Jeez, it tastes like love.
Yeah.
How good is that?
Yeah. Well, that's good.
How good. Jimmy's
Like, so
getting a big
actually,
head over here.
I
If
don't
you
think-
shut
Keep
your
telling
eyes,
him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
if you shut your eyes and just listen to the background noise, you can just almost pretend you're in a nice pub with a counter meal in front of you. Which is a compliment.
Calling his meals counter meals.
I love canneries, mate.
Yeah. Unbelievable. I just the size is the thing for me because I can I usually eat really small meals all day. Sometimes, never. But these ones, really filling because the biggest thing for me, like working, obviously full time, on the go, you don't have a choice. Well, you do have a choice, but sometimes you're too lazy to make that choice. And the fast foods, I'm not talking about like the chain fast foods. I'm talking just fast food. It's got to be fast.
Yeah.
When it's
Yeah.
fast, I'll have it.
Yeah.
So the ability to be able to just go and grab it, heat it up, and eat it, pull over safely on the side of the road,
Yeah,
and eat it
nice.
in an appropriate spot.
Yep.
Don't eat while you're driving.
No, never.
Never.
As if.
The other thing with these meals is what I see like with clients that I've worked with in the past, especially males, is those kind of fast, quick foods that you get, they really lack protein. They're generally higher in carbohydrates and trans fats, which are the not so good healthy fats. So you're not really getting enough protein, which means that you'll have that meal and then come an hour later, you're hungry again. And you keep eating until you get that protein satisfaction. So
Is that called empty calories?
yeah, kind of. Yeah.
I was going to drop that
Yeah.
before, but I wasn't game enough. I
We
didn't know
sounded
if
like
I'd-
I knew.
Yeah. So like
Just a
not all calories are created equally. So for example, there might be, a Youfoodz meal that has 500 calories or a muffin that has 500 calories. You're getting so much more nutrition, vitamin, minerals from the meal as opposed to just maybe some flour and sugar and butter. And that's not me
right.
dissing on muffins. Like you can have muffins. It's just
chill
more
out.
like,
I was going to say, is that really how many calories are in a muffin?
Oh yeah, some of them. Muffin and a coffee. That's
How many calories in a cigarette and a Red Bull?
Red Bull, I would probably say close to 30
Asking for a
grams.
friend.
And and I
30
don't
grams
think
of
I don't think the calories are the big worry in cigarettes. Just quietly.
Yeah.
And you know what? You just got to listen to your body. Like for me,
I've ignored mine for so long. eh?
for me, if I get hungry, I eat.
Yeah.
If I
Yep.
get thirsty, I drink, So a big thing for me is like, if you can have variety, just for the audience out there, part of the range, we've got pad thais, Korean barbecue noodles, we have bolognese, red curries, the list goes on. You can check it out at Youfoodz.com. Got beautiful creamy carbonaras, all the things that you just love. And a big thing for me is replicating our favorite food. So, a lamb roast, we'll do it for you. The Kiev you're eating, big man.
that's good.
Got slow cooked barbecue beef. So just a few things where you're all busy out there. That's basically what this is all about.
Order it online, get it delivered straight to your door so that your missus doesn't have to cook and
Yeah.
take some pressure off her,
Actually, we should say too while we're talking about ordering online, Trade Tools is the code active. The Trade Tools, yep, excellent, good. All right, so there's a promo code or partnership code for Trade Tools at the moment. If you order some Youfoodz online, minimum spend is $69. I could joke about that, but let's not. And if you put the code Trade Tools in on checkout, you get 20% off. Nailed it. And also, guys, the Trade Tools discount code that for the 20% off is only on the large range. So, which is a good thing anyway, because, let's be honest, that's what we want, the big ones. So, yeah, 20% off Trade Tools discount code on the large meals. Also, if you're just stopping in at the servo, I would highly recommend, if you're into Thai curries, try out the red Thai curry. It is delicious. It's really good. That's what you got one over there waiting for you. You want it?
No, I'll just eat half of this one.
Is it a bit spicy?
No, it's on my threshold.
Oh, good.
Which is low. So that's for anyone listening. The
Chipotle.
char grilled chicken with chipotle mayo is on the Jono threshold. Perfect.
Which it must be a low threshold because
It is, yeah.
yeah.
Mint. I can't have spicy, mints. Spearmint. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I get the sweat sometimes out of those. Yeah, chewing gum. Oh, it pushed me over the edge. Earwaves. Have you
You
had
must
earwaves?
be a super taster.
Yeah. So is that? Do you think you might be able to answer me this? Is that because my taste buds are really developed?
Oh,
That's what it probably is, isn't it? So
listen to it.
No,
Maybe.
you don't
You could
know.
have very
It's
mature
can we let the
taste buds.
professionals answer this?
Yeah, true.
Back to my impeccable taste buds. What does that mean?
It could mean that you have very mature taste buds.
Damn right.
But
Yep.
there's also something called super tasters who it's actually a thing. So people.
Amen. Can you let her get out? Can you let her get this
Yeah.
out, please, so we can?
It might be educational for a few
Yeah.
listeners, but
Yeah.
some people have
tell them.
have very strong taste buds. Like for example, broccoli. When you smell broccoli and it has that kind of the smell. You know the smell I'm talking about.
Fart smell?
Yeah. The
You can say it here in a safe
okay,
place.
cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, some people have very sensitive taste buds to certain things. A lot of kids will do it with vegetables, which is really hard to get around. But
Yep.
yeah, some people just are super tasters, and that could be you with your spice. So
On
Is
that
that-
note, sorry.
No. I'm just saying. Just trying to.
On that
Do
note,
you need taste testers? Is that what we're professional
well, they do
taste
have
testers?
lots of professional taste.
Do you need a
testers that
super taster?
We can add you to
I know a guy.
add you to the list.
I'll tell you what, your CV's looking good. I
Yeah.
think
Damn right I am.
we've got to have a few
And
chats.
I don't know what the shape of some of your testers are, but I can do a few meals at a time. Successfully too. So we're not almost double dipping. Lay one guy off, get a super taster,
Yep.
and a guy who can eat a lot.
yeah, covering for 3 people.
Triple
Yeah.
threat.
Cool. There we go. How are you feeling after that meal? You nearly done? Are you feeling full? Or
I'm feeling. See, I'm in the grey zone here where I want to eat that one over there too.
Yep.
But if I eat more of this, I won't get
Yeah.
through that one very much.
Would you like the red curry now before you get?
Right. Okay, come on, send it over.
one thing that's a tip if you're someone who generally
taster.
overeats, or you just kind of you never get full, is just wait 20 minutes after your meal as well.
Right.
Because your brain hasn't really sent that signal to your stomach yet to say, hey, look, I've just had a meal. So I get people to do that on a weight loss journey.
Is it true
a good idea,
if you
actually.
chew your food more that you fill up faster? Essentially, your brain tells you that you've consumed more.
Yeah, so
can't remember where I heard that,
digestion actually begins in your mouth. So we've got in our saliva, there's a enzyme called amylase, which actually starts to break down the food, the carbohydrate in the food.
Right.
So it's already happening in your mouth. So the more you chew, the more it's registering, and
Especially
also
your mouth.
There's
being
my
a super
problem.
taster.
There's
Super
my
taster,
problem.
yeah.
I just
Don't you eat
Nah.
like a
yeah,
duck?
fast eaters are
Just-
generally the ones who overeat. And
In the super taster industry, we call them average tasters.
But also think of it too from your teeth are already digesting it. So by the time it gets to your stomach, you're not swallowing big, what
Yep,
we call
yep.
bolus foods, which boys listening, if you have trouble going to the toilet, chew more because it's, if you're getting constipated and things
Yeah,
like
right.
that.
Right.
Yeah, I talk a lot about poo in my job. So,
Well,
yeah.
part of it.
Yep, there
Well,
we
that's
go.
review. It's a review, isn't it? Really? Well,
That's incredible. Yeah.
it is. It's a review.
imagine
There we go.
that. The Thai red curry, I chewed it so much, I
Yeah.
went to the bathroom really well. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
But that's what
Came
we
out
like,
like paint.
There we go.
Can you shed some
We
light
have to cut a lot of this out.
on the? Nah.
I like it.
Can you shed some light on the long-standing debate of coriander? Why does it taste like soap to some people, me included?
I can't answer this because I am biased. I don't like coriander. It
Yes.
is like top 3
Come on, guys.
foods that I don't like.
So you're the.
Do you like coriander?
Yes.
Yeah. We need to know. It's something in people's chemistry. I think.
Yeah.
That it reacts different to different people.
Look, the best way to use it is like in a really nice Thai sauce, chili, lemongrass, garlic, ginger. Just get it in there.
Or not at all.
If you're
Yeah.
hiding it, what's the point in having it?
Yeah, look, you guys have put me on the spot.
Yeah, I know.
I've got no backup here. It's just me and
Feed it to your
coriander.
I
dogs.
get it. It enhances the flavor of certain dishes, like especially in Asian. So like I'll have it on things, but I would never be like, oh, this really needs coriander, because
Yeah.
to me it's very soapy.
Yeah.
Whereas some people
I
are
can
like, it's
I
not.
can pick a speck of coriander in a big meal. There's coriander. I got it. Yeah, it's crazy.
My wife loves it and she puts it in, but she doesn't even apologise for it anymore. She just puts it in. I say, put coriander in this. She goes, I know.
Yeah.
But what about
Deal with it.
Yeah.
Can I ask you guys a question? What's your
Absolutely.
what's your favourite meal? What's something you'd like to see
that's
on the
loaded.
Youfoodz menu?
Lasagna.
Lasagna, yeah.
That gets me every time. If there's lasagna there, done.
The lasagna is my favourite.
And that's coming from a super taster. You know?
We got one of the delicious one on the menu.
The spag bowl was very
I have
similar.
to send you down a
Yeah.
lasagna.
Yeah, do it.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Do you like garlic bread with it?
Oh,
Oh, mate.
I have to make you a
Yeah.
coriander garlic bread.
No,
just don't make
well,
it spicy, eh?
hold the
Just go
coriander.
easy on the
Yeah,
garlic.
go eat the
you
garlic.
might burn his
Yes.
sensitive taste
Yeah.
buds.
It's a cross old beer, thanks, Brad, because for the talent I have. Who knew? Who knew I was a super taster?
And Brad, your
Right.
favorite meal or something you'd like to see on the menu that I can go back to the kitchen and work on?
My favourite meals are all pastas. Like,
Yeah, nice.
I could eat myself sick on the Youfoodz spaghetti bowl. I
Yeah,
love
that's
it.
awesome.
But maybe an Alfredo.
Yeah.
You know the Alfredo, you get some and they're not actually Alfredo with a tomato-y sort of creamy based sauce.
Sure,
Every day of the week I'd eat that.
love
Yep.
it.
How much?
Add that to your list.
Yeah, how about you, Tess?
It's a hard question.
It's a hard-
when you're confronted with it, you know,
Yeah.
when you're confronted with it.
I think you're already doing the ones that I like as well. Like I love lasagna. That's my favorite. Like that, there'll be 3 lasagnas in my order every time.
Because for me, I love it when customers go, I want.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
want.
That's another
because-
question I had was your review process. So how much actually do you actually take note from like your social media posts, the website people? Because you get the people coming on and going, oh, I wish you'd add this to it.
All
And
the
I
time.
actually read a social
Absolutely.
media post from Youfoodz last night and someone was complaining about peas. Oh, why are there so many peas in each one of them? And then 2 comments down, the guy's like, hey, loving the peas, keep them up. Who do you listen to?
And it's
Yeah.
interesting because we're creating meals for the whole of Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so we try to get as much as we can into all the dishes.
Yeah.
Peas have a good hit rate historically. I love peas.
Yeah.
Yeah, peas are
I
great.
love chicken Kiev too, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, because that review process would be awesome because I guess at the end of the day, have to listen to the customers.
Yeah.
Have to listen to the people buying, and if they're saying, hey, this is
Number one philosophy since I was 13, polishing cutlery at a little Italian joint in Noosa.
Yeah.
And spoke to the chef, you know, and he said, cutlery, you've got to get it shinier. I said, why? He goes,
Yeah.
because of the customer. Customer deserves it. And it stuck with me.
yeah,
It
that's
stuck
true.
with me my whole life. So
Well, that's essentially how this range came to air was that, you know, we got feedback from some guys saying that they would like bigger meals, and there we are. We've got a larger range. So
How much bigger are these meals?
So they're generally 100 grams bigger, so they're actually heavier in volume.
Yep.
The protein has gone up, so they range from 35 to 50 grams of protein depending on which meal you get,
Yep.
which is so good, especially for guys as well. So to put that into context, I'll give you a little background about protein. So generally, we need about 1 gram per body weight. So for example, if you're a 100 kilo male,
Yeah.
this is just a starting point. So 100 kilo male, you'd need 100 grams of protein. But then
Is
adding
that per meal?
per meal.
yeah.
Oh,
Right.
sorry, throughout the whole day.
Okay,
Yeah.
right.
So, but then that's just like your starting point. These are just general recommendations. If you're on the tools all day, you are quite active in the gym, that'll go up maybe to like 1.2 to 1.5. So you're looking at anywhere from like this same 100 kilo male, 100 to 20, 100 to 50 grams of protein as a starting point.
Yep.
So for example, if you're having one meal there, that one I think has about 35 grams of protein
I'll tell you.
in it.
35. Nailed it.
God, I'm
Yep.
good.
Jeez.
done research.
Hire that woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, you're already, you know, a quarter of the way there, and then you might have one for dinner as well, which might be a little bit higher, and that's it's adding up with your snacks and your breakfast throughout the day. But why protein's so important, especially for males who are like on the tools, is protein's essentially the building block. So it's building up any muscle, which is going to protect you from injuries. It's protecting your bones and things like that. It's also really important for keeping us full throughout the day. So as I mentioned earlier, like if you're having, you know, fast food takeaway, it doesn't have much protein in it. So you're just going to keep eating until you get that. So yeah, protein's really important for that. We've also increased the carbohydrates as well. So carbs kind of get demonized in the media, but they're so important. They're your main energy source in the body. So if you get to like 3 o'clock and you're working and you just feel foggy, like the brain fog, you've got no energy, you need to be eating more carbs throughout the day. So there's good and bad carbs, or I don't like to say bad or don't demonize food, but the carbs you want to be having are things like brown rice, quinoa.
Complex carbohydrates.
There we go. That's
And
it, exactly.
The bad ones are refined.
Yes, there we go. So the muffin would be like
This is
more
what he
of a
does.
refined.
He does a bit of homework
No,
and then just waits.
that's fine.
Just throw it
And
in.
he goes, and there. Right.
Yeah.
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 I remember ambush predator. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
sorry, carry on.
Yeah, so you're spot on there. So we want to be eating more of those carbs. Another thing I love is that these carbohydrates also have fiber in them. So fiber we generally get in fruits and veggies and whole grains, and that's really healthy as well for guys. You know, guys that have high.
Keep you regular.
Yep, there we go. He knows another thing. But yeah,
Keep
guys
those
are,
reviews positive.
guys are generally more at risk for developing things like bowel cancer, diverticulitis, and kind of GI related, gastrointestinal diseases and things like that. So keep your veggie intake nice and high. So it's good to see that you've almost eaten all your broccoli there. So
Love it.
I'm really
Yeah, you've
impressed.
done well.
I'm
Look
a
at that.
fan.
Impressed.
But yeah.
Sometimes I eat meals of just veggies, you know? I do. Seriously. Love
Well,
it.
Great.
We do have a veggie meal here.
Ooh, nice.
Chickpea dal curry. And it comes with veggies too. But
How did I miss that one?
back onto Tessa's point, a good way to see it is your body's a car, right? So your body is a vehicle. So to get to work, you need to put petrol in your car. That's your carbohydrate.
Yep.
To keep it balanced and operating, you've got your coolant, your engine oil, things that help it recover, keep it. So that's your protein. And then would you say fats are quite important too, Tess?
Oh, fats are very important. Your good fats, so like mono unsaturated and polyunsaturated. So that's like more of your plant based. So nuts and seeds, olive oil, avocado. That's going to help keep your blood healthy, your brain, your heart.
Consider those your window wipers, so you can,
Ah, yeah.
So
I like
your
this.
analogy.
what I like to look at when I create a meal, I go, all right, vehicle, put the doors on,
Yep.
put the petrol tank. Now, can that get you somewhere?
Yeah.
And if it ticks all those boxes,
You're
happy
on.
days. But it's like a wheel alignment too, and on a weekend you don't go to the same park every time. You have variety. So there you go. Lots of different meals, lots of different trips in your car, and you can get there because your body's so important.
Well, my body's a temple, and I treat it as such.
Yeah. Horrible exhaust.
Do you guys find like when you're working on site, do most of the guys that you work with, do they generally care about what they're putting into their body in terms of nutrition?
No.
No, that's an easy one to answer.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I shouldn't say no all around,
Yeah.
but it's getting better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Much better.
More awareness.
Yep. I think a lot of people going away from the like Red Bull and cigarettes to something a bit more, a bit of sustenance in the morning. You know?
I'm just trying to keep the dream alive, mate.
Yeah.
I feel personally attacked when you say that.
and I'll continue to do so.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that people are being more cognizant of what the fuel they put into their body. They have to be.
Yep.
But again, like things like this with the options of being able to get this fast food, that people are going to go for that. It's mainly variety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Variety, because if you think, I just think of like a normal tradie, like if you wake up and say you're late to work, a little bit late, or didn't get time to make your lunch, you're gonna you have no option but to buy something, and generally it's going to be pretty crappy.
Yeah.
If you're on a site like the site we were on the other day, Brad, where the truck comes to you, and those
Yeah.
trucks don't have Youfoodz on them. I'll tell you that now. They got
Yeah.
iced
Maybe we
coffees
should call
and,
those trucks.
well,
Oh, man.
honestly,
That's,
well,
yeah.
hey,
That's a good
there we
idea.
go. But I think if to be honest, if something like that was driving around, people would be picking that up like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's
For
a
sure.
that's the only option you have.
That's a game changer.
It is. Jeez.
I feel
Yeah.
like
Gee,
Should've kept
sometimes
that
you
for myself.
just
Shit.
sometimes you
taste
just
test
want to
van.
eat
Yeah.
something naughty, like something
Yeah.
you just need to
Yeah.
cure that craving. But I think if there was the option there and a little bit of education around why it might be better for you, most people would probably choose the the latter, you know what I mean? So,
sure.
and you know, say if you're going to the servo, we've got Youfoodz now in Caltex, Coles Express, Puma, what's the other one? BP, yeah. They're right in the
United.
like the drink section. Yeah, there we go, in the drink section, and get your microwave from Woolies instead of, not Woolies, Kmart. There you go. You've got a healthy meal ready to go.
On the website too, we've got pies, wraps, brownies,
do you?
protein balls.
Yep.
Like, you know, the large meals are taking the show today, which is great. But if you jump online, we've got a whole heap of other little snack items that are just as easy to chuck in the esky. And, you know, because I personally love those protein balls.
Oh, those things are gold.
You can just chuck them down all day. And they have all the fat, carb and protein in them. They're well balanced. They got nuts, seeds, you know, a bit of chocolate, bit of this, bit of that. They're heaven, really.
How many can you eat at once?
Well,
don't lie. Just
we
be honest.
tested?
We're in the trust tree here.
I would say I could eat a 25 in a row.
Whoa!
Yeah, I've won
How many do we have here?
at the Panayiri Greek Festival 2 years ago. I won a pasta eating competition.
Wow.
Yeah, so
How much pasta did you eat?
it was 500 grams, and we had 3 minutes.
So this was speed.
It was speed. It was speed,
half a
and
kilo.
The Greek vacuum, they call them.
that was I won that one. What's great too is they're portion controlled, because I know for me, if I cook, I just finish everything in the pan, and usually go to bed with cramps and
Yeah, laying down thinking, oh, is that a heart attack coming on? I knew I ate heaps, but he's up, Brad.
What's your plan? Option B. Did you try the Thai?
I've eaten that a few times. I love it. Yeah, it's one of my favourites.
I got a bit self-conscious there. I was wolfing it down. I had to stop. The dietitian was looking at me.
No, there's no judgment here.
Well, it looked a lot like it. That's how it felt to me.
For option B, I've gone the trusty old Nonna's spaghetti bowl because I just love it.
That's pretty.
This is a bias.
Also a little bit different with Youfoodz too, with having a dietitian full time. You know, it obviously shows that there's thought process going into obviously not just the designing of the meals, but you know that portion of it to be able to ring and say, hey, look, I've got specific requirements. Can you meet those requirements? Yeah, because usually it's a cookie cutter industry, isn't it? Where they just go, well, this is what we're providing. Yeah. Too bad.
I think like when I talk to the customers like over the phone, they're so thankful and grateful that there is that option. And then I think for Youfoodz as a whole as well, it really strengthens the brand as well, knowing that there is a trusted, you know, evidence-based dietitian maybe reviewing things and making sure that things are done properly. So what I love about it is that when you have the meal, you know that it's convenient, it's ready to go, it's portion controlled, it's healthy, it's like dietitian approved. So you can just eat the meal and there's like no guesswork done. You know
like
what I mean?
taking all the that's what I was going to say. It's taking all the thought and you know all the work out of eating a good meal. Yeah,
exactly.
And something I've always thought about too is, you know, with Youfoodz, we write everything what's in the dish, and sometimes you can go to a restaurant, right? And they serve you a plate, and maybe you won't know that, you know, there's an allergy in there that could get you or this or that.
For sure.
And, you know, what's great about the brand is Tess is there, call her up, friendly. Hey, what do you think I can order?
Yeah. What's going on here? Why is my face swelling up? Yeah. What was in that?
Allergy,
There was nuts in it?
Yeah.
Right.
I need answers.
Now I get it. Yeah.
But, it's great. And, you know, we're very grateful that someone like Tess with all her experience is on board to complement everything we do. So
how many meals a day come out of that factory?
I was just going to ask that. Let's talk amounts here.
Let's blow minds.
Thousands, guys. Yeah. So the beautiful Kiev meal you ate just before.
Yeah.
To do a batch run of that, we'll be cooking 500 kilos of the sauce. And we have our chefs in the kitchen cooking it in big, what they call kettles.
Yeah.
Which is like just basically a big pot.
Yep. Cauldron.
Yeah, and you've got a whole team. You've got the team that picks, you know, kilos of thyme and and kilos of vegetables and stocks and all those different things. And our chefs put them together over the course of the day, over the course of the night, because we're fresh. You know,
so it's a 24/7 operation.
24/7 operation. Yeah.
Wow. How big is it? How much equipment have you got in there?
Yeah, there's, you know, around 20 to 30 ovens, not just household ovens.
Yeah.
I'm talking ovens that take trolleys that can hold around 25 trays.
So more like a kiln, really.
Yes.
It's a pottery thing you probably wouldn't understand.
Oh,
Excuse me. I know a lot about pottery more than.
Just Google kiln when we're done. We'll come back. We'll circle back to that.
Haven't you watched Dirty Dancing?
Yeah, I have.
the really cool one is like you've never seen so many chips.
Yeah.
Sweet potato chips, and you've got guys using big mixers throwing in the seasonings, and
Yeah.
it's kind of like the Willy Wonka factory.
That's what I was hoping.
of food.
That's sort of what I had in mind
Yeah.
without all the annoying kids eating everything and getting sucked up the tubes.
That was Augustus Colump.
Yeah, it was Augustus.
No chocolate lakes, but there's little, broccoli huts and and I think it's that convenience. Like we can get to rural areas where a restaurant can't. We go to every state. Not many restaurants get people from Melbourne daily eating.
Must be an incredible sight to see, like the logistic paperwork of it. It must be a form of art, whoever organises all that. Crazy.
And that's right. And the ready-made meal market around 8 years ago when Youfoodz started, the growth was just exceptional because more and more people say you're sick or you've gone away for a footy trip and you can't go down to your local place where you get all your meals. You put your order in, 20 meals show up, snacks, cookies, juices, protein balls. All of a sudden, you're realising you're saving time. You're not running around, parking your car and everything. So
Way easier.
And it's brilliant.
Well, even when you go to the supermarket, like I know personally, say if I've done a Youfoodz order for the week, because we also do fruit boxes and veggie boxes now as well, delivered to your door. So when I go, Coles and Woolies, I'll put more in the trolley, just like snacks, things here and there that I don't actually need. So I end up spending more money when I go grocery shopping, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's convenient like that.
And when you go when you're hungry,
Oh, that's the worst.
I'll go down there to buy dinner, like get ingredients for dinner, 4 dinners.
Yeah.
I
Like
probably
after that
didn't.
dinner, I'll probably cook that dinner. It's some
I
weird
probably
thing
didn't
in my
eat
mind.
2 kilos of pistachios, but here we are.
And that's what I love about it too. It's like, we're here for you. If you need us,
Yeah,
like,
it covers everything. The pre-made meals thing's huge for me as well, like at nights, because when we go to the supermarket, we like buy all this ingredients and everything, or we get delivered or we get it. And then if it sits in there and we might only go through maybe 2/3 of what we had. So there's a lot of wastage as well. With that as well. Whereas this is all, that's your meal. That's it. That's all you need. You just
last
a packet.
Last week I froze a few of mine.
Yeah.
And actually this morning I ate one that had been frozen. Still beautiful. Happy to see that.
Yeah, and we do all that testing. When we test meals, we run them through so many processes, and
True.
Make sure that through any kind of freezing, back of the fridge, front of the fridge.
Right.
3 days, 5 days, 7 days, 10 days, whatever it is. It's got to be consistent. It's got to taste pretty good. That's why I think jump on board of the taste test, gentlemen. We'll take you on that journey.
What stage do you do all those testing? When does it go to the super tasters, the STs?
The STs actually, they come after. So we do a beautiful weekly meal tasting.
Yep.
Which we get to create whole heap of ideas.
Yeah.
And when those meals are basically selected, we then have a team of 20 and we cook them.
21 now, yeah.
Yeah, 21, 22, 23.
21.
Yeah.
Got to be odd numbers.
And we send them out and we just await the feedback on size, taste, texture, this and that. It's like, it's pretty cool. And
cool.
you get some...
Do you know the taste testers?
Yeah.
Is there that one guy who's always got something chippy to say?
Yeah.
Like, Jim.
Yeah.
Jim never likes my chickens.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can do.
Jim always wants that avocado.
Yeah, avocado.
You're not getting avocado,
Yeah.
mate.
You need that though, because you got to keep everyone happy. You know what I mean? Like,
Which is seemingly impossible task.
I figured out there was one in the thing. She goes, "You need him."
Yeah.
Do we though? So how many ingredients? Like you, so you're obviously designing the meals.
Yep.
Goes through all that. How many would you say that you produce? Like, say, do you come up for like a couple a week, and how many of them actually make it to the end result? Like, do you probably throw away 90% of them, wouldn't you? Not throw them away, but they're just not quite the right fit for what it is you're doing.
Correct. I would say around 20 meals a week for the last 4 years.
Yeah, right.
And there's that many meals out there.
Yeah, and during the year would launch, some seasonal launches, maybe around 30 to 40 meals. So when you think about it,
that's a lot, eh?
Yeah, but
Jeez.
What's awesome about it? You might make 20 meals, but then you find a perfect sauce and chicken.
Yep.
Like your Kiev, they could have been in different meals, but now they're together. So together forever.
Synergy.
Yeah, holy union.
Like Romeo and Juliet, but
with a happier ending.
Yeah, because I thought that was I heard that wasn't the best love story. So Romeo and Juliet.
No.
Yeah.
Have you tried the spaghetti?
I have. Yeah.
It's good. Eh? Would you like some, or are you full?
Well, I am full, but there's a high chance that these will be gone by the time we finish here.
Yeah.
Because I have no self-control.
I'm full too, but
One more thing too is creating meals that could replace things already on the menu is difficult. Because when you find a very good structured menu, pastas, lasagnas, things like that, they're the things that, everyone really loves. So to rotate a menu, to always be creative is something that really fuels me.
Yeah, to be sad watching one of your favourite meals, get rolled out in favour of something else.
It's always the pits when a restaurant does a new menu. What have we done?
Yep, no more business from me.
Yeah. I hate change.
What do you mean you don't have kids' fish and chips anymore?
I'll never support change.
Tess, you're a very good cook too. So
we should do a little collab in there one day.
Who knows?
I'm not bad on the fry pan either.
Yeah, maybe we can even get a meal named after you guys.
Oh,
and one approved by a super taster.
I know, just the guy. But you could so you could have like a meal that's like have a meal, Red Bull, cigarette afterwards.
Yeah,
call it the Brad.
So
what do you reckon?
Oh no. We'll just leave that one.
Comes with a dart like stuck in the inside of the cardboard.
Yeah. Which, ironically, Brad is dar backwards. Oh. So, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. F***ing ball.
Mind blown. What else will blow your mind is that red curry sauce has around 18 ingredients.
Does it?
Just in the sauce. So everything from your coconut milk,
So use coconut milk, not coconut cream?
There's a debate about it's kind of same.
Oh, right. Oh, well. I don't know. The cream seems to leave a oily film in my mouth or something. Yeah, anyway.
Yeah, well, we
I know food and shit.
Glad you're filming this.
What's awesome is the longer you cook a coconut sauce, it'll actually thicken up naturally from the reduction.
About to say reduction.
Yeah,
nice.
It's a nice word, reduction.
Yeah. I always reduce my sauces. That's how I get them to.
You should come up to the kitchen. Yeah.
I cooked a bolognese the other night, and I used cheeky red wine to deglaze, and I cooked the red wine for a little bit too long. The whole meal ended up tasting like Vegemite. So I was like, yeah, good job, Brad.
Oh, no.
Good job. But anyway, I learnt my lesson.
Did you still eat it?
Absolutely I did. Yeah, Vegemite. And I assume that's something to do with the alcohol, because Vegemite's made from the yeast, isn't it?
Yeah.
From beer or something. But anyway, that's how I connected the two. I was like, must be something to do with the grog. Maybe I was drinking a bit too much of the red wine.
The kids are like, what does this taste like? Crap, Dad. Be the grog.
I didn't cook it off.
It's all the alcohol I poured into your meal.
Yeah, I just poured it in and didn't cook it off.
I like the variety.
Kids are sleeping well.
I'm so full.
Mate, yeah, have you got the sweats coming on?
You guys did well,
yet.
hey.
No.
Good
I could squeeze a protein ball in.
Oh, should we go halves in a cookie?
Yeah, get a cookie.
Or holes, whatever.
All right.
Do that, Brad.
I'll be back.
And there's kombucha in there too.
Oh, good thing.
That kombucha is something, it's an acquired taste, isn't it, kombucha? It takes a bit to get used to, I found. For me.
Does.
I persevered through two of them. Not your ones, just in general in kombucha. And now I love it.
I've never tried it.
The first two,
Isn't
I was
it
like,
an algae?
It's live cultures, isn't it?
Yeah, it's live cultures. It's fermented.
I'm cultured as. So.
It's good for gut health. So
Okay, sweet. I went to Perth once, so I'm cultured. I'll be all over this. I've got zesty lemon ginger.
I've got strawberry lime crush.
Oh, yours sounds really good.
Very
the
refreshing.
ginger's my favourite.
Is it?
Yeah, you
I
picked
don't like
good.
ginger in a drink.
Oh, don't you?
Fun fact, love ginger beer.
Oh.
So it makes sense of
Well,
that.
that's ginger in a drink.
I know.
Okay. Hold on. How many drinks have you had that have ginger in them? There's only ginger beer. What are you talking about? I hate ginger in a drink.
Smoothie or a
Love-
juice?
Yeah, love ginger beer, but hate super taste of my ass.
I realise what you're saying. I realise how that came out, but hear me out.
Okay.
You know when you get green juices?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they have like heaps and heaps of ginger in them?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't like that.
Okay,
They're
right.
usually called a flu fighter or something.
Blue Buster or something.
Flu
yeah.
fighter, like Foo Fighters. That's really clever. All right.
No, that's what I don't like, but I like ginger beer. So I see what you had problems with there, but
How do you pronounce it?
Kombucha.
Kombucha. All right, I'm going to try it for the first time ever.
have you never tried it? Wait, have you never tried kombucha before?
Never, not once in my life.
You're so healthy after your first sip.
What do you think?
That's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good,
Okay.
right?
And it's definitely zesty. Whew.
They're good to
pep in your
replace. So if you're someone who loves soft drink, they're good
Yeah.
to replace soft drink because they have a lot less sugar and the sugar's fermented down as well. So
So you're saying I'm
think-
going to get drunk off this?
no,
There's alcohol in them, isn't there?
Tess.
there's only like the tiniest bit, like teeny
Yeah,
tiny.
0.5%.
What?
0.5% of alcohol.
Oh, there is too. Scull a few of them then. Cool.
But when you think about it, like if you're having like 2 or 3 cans of across the day, that's a lot of sugar. And you want to try and keep your sugar to under 25 to 30 grams throughout the whole day.
Yeah, how much? It's like 56 grams or something.
There's a lot.
I'll have an empty can here somewhere. We
We'll just go through the bin and have a look.
Yeah.
He go through his front
But
pocket of
yeah.
his bag.
This is a good way to save a few calories by swapping your soft drink over to kombucha.
How much sugar are you allowed a day?
Overall, the recommendation is under 30 grams of sugar a day, which includes natural occurring sugars coming from like fruits and vegetables.
Right.
And you'll get like naturally occurring sugars in like carbs as well. So
Yep.
that's what we recommend to reduce your risk of developing things like chronic diseases like diabetes, cardiovascular disease and cavities.
That's a pretty hot topic, isn't it? With
Yeah.
the like diabetes and that people contracting it nowadays with their poor diets.
Yeah. Well, type 2 diabetes is a lifestyle disease as well. So the best way to prevent your risk from getting diabetes is to maintain healthy habits like exercise, good nutrition. Type 1 diabetes, though, is a metabolic disease. So that's different. So people are born
my
with
sister has
that.
that.
Ah, right. Yeah.
And
okay.
it's the cells that are different on your pancreas. So, yeah, there's a little bit of confusion with the two, but you can definitely prevent and help manage type 2 diabetes from eating healthy, exercising, and cleaning up your diet.
That can be
So-
super dangerous, can't it? Diabetes when you're older.
Yeah,
You get type
definitely.
2. Don't they cut off your legs?
Yeah, so the nerve endings, like blood doesn't get to the nerve endings.
Yeah,
and
that's why.
you'll-
They don't cut it off
you'll
when you get
lose-
diagnosed with it. I'm
You'll
saying.
lose toes.
It's a byproduct.
Yeah, but it's really common, like it's so prevalent these days. So if you're listening now and you guys are in, 25 to 35, now is the time to make those positive changes so that by the time you get to 40, 50, you've got kids, you're around longer for them. So
It's interesting you said before about like that 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock time about that's when you start to fatigue or you
Yeah.
start to get like I do the same thing. I get really
Yeah.
tired.
yeah,
I reckon name one person that doesn't get that, eh?
yeah.
Maybe I'm stuck in all these bad habits. Would you like to go huzzing and cooking with me?
Love to.
And what you also
Give me a hello.
what you also got to accept, guys, is
ASMR. Sorry, mate.
allowing yourself to get tired. It's not the end of the world when you feel fatigued because you've probably put in a really good shift in the morning. You've probably stayed up late helping out a mate, or you're allowed to feel
Changing
tired.
the kids'
Put his knife
nappies.
Yeah, you're allowed to feel comfortable with that. And I believe eating and lifestyle is all about the marathon, not the sprint. And like Tess said,
that.
it's about, something that you can maintain forever. And that's the thing, like what I love about our meals, and you'll be eating foods like this and you can maintain them for your lifetime. Whereas if you just cut yourself off to certain diets or habits, how can you do that for the next 30 years?
Yeah.
If you feel good, if you wake up with energy, if you allow yourself to feel tired and just say, I'm in a human body, so I'm allowed to feel tired. Accept that. Maybe have a protein ball too.
I mean, one of these
Or a
cookies isn't
cookie.
delicious.
Man,
Yeah,
So
they,
good.
what is that?
they are delicious, but it's all about the long haul.
Absolutely. So I'm really distracted by this cookie. It is
good, hey?
really good. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, left a few of those for Santa. He didn't leave. He just
Do you
So
know what
many
makes a good
toys
cookie?
today.
yeah.
Do you know what makes a good cookie and you've nailed it? Not being crispy.
Yeah.
And it breaks and it crumbs everywhere and goes
Yeah.
everywhere, and then your wife can see you've eaten them because it's
Yeah.
all over you. And I mean, so I went off a tangent there. But if they're a bit softer, at least that's my favourite
And chewy
Yum.
bits.
cookie. Yeah,
I think it's
Yep.
got to have some texture
Yep.
in there.
Somewhere along the line, they lost the idea of what a good cookie is. You guys have found it again.
Oh, thanks.
and
Thanks.
also when you share a cookie, whoever breaks it isn't meant to be able to pick the side. But Brad got the biggest bit. It pissed me right off.
And you know the good thing about a chewy cookie is you don't need that $2 coin to vacuum the floor of the car at one of those wash places.
Yep.
That's why I like the ones. You had them?
Yeah.
They do them well.
Especially
This is-
when they're straight out of the oven.
This is a thick cookie.
Well, I won't say that we tried to,
I had a friend
Trust tree, mate. Say
who
whatever.
who saw off the back of a truck one time, allegedly, the tubes of cookie. He acquired half a dozen of them.
Nice.
Wow.
But did he cook them right?
Yeah, he put them in the oven and yeah, we did, yeah.
Cook
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, sweet.
It's like finding Colonel Sanders chicken rub.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
you are a little bit like the Greek Colonel Sanders with your tomato sauce with the
Yeah.
16 ingredients.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
They call me Colonel Demetropolo.
There we go. Perfect. I'm impressed. I haven't had those cookies before.
Me either.
I've eaten
My
protein
first
balls.
time. And you reckon the protein balls? I haven't even tried
Oh,
one.
go
yet.
and you got to get one. I'll hold
Hold
up
on.
that cookie for you.
What's great about our snacks too, gentlemen, is Tess covered your protein amount for the day. So
Yep.
the body doesn't know if you're pushing weights or
You're right, mate.
your body
Yep.
doesn't know if it's pushing weights or lifting bricks. So
Yep,
for
yep.
all your body knows is your weightlifting, your weight training, your strength training.
Yep.
So what's great about those snacks is as you eat them as you go, you're recovering, putting those building blocks for your nutrition.
Yeah.
That's what I love about them too. They've got good nutrients in them.
feel
And
like-
it's tasty.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All I can say is how long is the promo code going to be active for? Oh wait, I've got the date right here.
1 million years.
So the code is active until the 8th of July. What I recommend is definitely jump online and try out a bunch of these large meals and once you taste them, you'll agree, you'll get it. And most of us have stopped at the survey, and grabbed a Youfoodz and thought, oh, if that was a bit bigger. And here we are, guys. Here we
It
are.
says here that Madman Brad's got an ambassador code.
I do, mate.
What's
Yeah.
that code?
Big deal.
Who came up with that code? Tell me you didn't come up with that
I
code.
didn't know it was Youfoodz.
Well,
Well, it's kind of a big deal.
he'll be on the
isn't
phone.
it?
He's like,
Exactly, yeah.
Can we? Would you mind if we made the code?
I'm just waiting for my Ron Burgundy costume to show up off eBay before I drop it.
need a moustache.
I'll just grow it. I can grow one real quick.
I wish I had a cool name like Madman.
It's self-proclaimed, so it's a little bit pretentious. But when I first named, the first thing I named Madman Brad, I think, was me Snapchat, and I thought, I'll just call it that because it doesn't really matter. And next thing, people ask me, why do you call yourself that? And I was like, it was a snap decision years ago. Why are you angry about everything? No, it's not that kind of mad. I'm not like mad. I'm mad.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just give
And
it
here
up.
we are.
Here we are, eating Youfoodz on a podcast.
See that cookie's giving you that afternoon kick,
Oh,
Madman.
man.
I know,
You are
he's
buzzing.
fired up, yeah.
You're fired up. It's great.
The good thing about those
like a live
cookies too
experiment.
is
It is.
it's like having a treat, but it's also got added protein in there. So like say other cookies I'm not going to name and shame, but they're just cookies. These ones have extra protein. So
Like
it's
having
like
your-
you're getting a little
having
bit
your
of
cake
protein
and
in
eating it too.
Exactly. There we go.
It's a win-win.
Do you do cakes?
We have a brownie and blondie. I
wait a minute.
suggest.
Judging
Brownie
by
blondie.
this cookie, I reckon the brownie. What is a blondie?
Oh, your life's going to change after you
Vanilla.
have it.
Really?
It is so good.
Oh my god,
Vanilla,
like the same.
raspberry,
Is it?
white choc.
So the same sort of texture as a
Chewy.
brownie?
Didn't have any of those in my pack. I
It's
noticed.
like crispy on the outside and then like
Where's our brownie from Blondie?
Well, they say blondes have more fun. So,
Well,
Yep.
that's on the bucket list now. Try a Blondie.
and you know,
Crystal, babe, no, the food. I love you.
and back to the meals. If you're someone that's never ordered something like Youfoodz, a pre-prepared meals that get delivered to your door, give it a go because I personally know it's changed people's lives. You know, it's truly is fresh food, delicious, convenient. Will help you out no matter what you do in life. You know, I pack a few for my weekends when I go down for a surf or go to the soccer field and kick a ball. I've always
Is that so you could just brag about surfing? Because I can't surf. You probably don't know that, but
I was going to say, your name from the past was Mad Man. If I referred to my name from the past, it'd be In the Barrel Jimmy. You know MSN? I was like,
that was MSN.
in_the_barrel at hotmail.com. So
in the barrel.
that'd be...
I'm still my
We'll edit that out for you later. Trust me, you want that edited out.
in the barrel and the Greek
I suggest you edit that
don't
out.
don't
the
email.
Greek vacuum in the barrel.
That was his password, the Greek vac. That was his name for something else.
So there's no better time to jump on board while this promo code is active to give it a go. You know, Trade Tools on checkout, and only.
I think it saves you money. I reckon pre-made meals saves money.
A bit, yeah, for sure.
Because you outlay that money like it's a lump, but it's just like going to the supermarket. It saves me money, 100% it
Well,
does.
I spend more every stop at I'd spend like 50% more than one of them meals at normal price.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
And
you're saving your long-term health as well. So like I know
that's a byproduct. Yeah.
although like a lot of guys probably wouldn't really care about it now, but you think if you continue to do those bad habits long term, what's happening?
Yeah.
I always explain it like, say plumbers listening, when you get roots in the pipe, that's what's happening to your arteries. So the roots is filling up with plaque and
He's a plumber. He's seen some shit.
Yeah,
eh?
So you'll know the same
Damn right I
situation.
have.
So your pipe is your artery. The root is plaque forming up from when you eat saturated and trans fats, which are in fast foods. What happens is that root will fall off and go down the rest of the pipe, and that's what causes a stroke, heart attack.
my
So
God.
guys, like
Hold
it's
on.
serious. Yeah, I don't want to
Yeah.
scare you guys. I'm
Yeah.
not like here to scare you, but I'm telling you, I've seen it.
You're doing a good impersonation of someone who's going to scare.
My job as a
Radio
trainer.
podcast. Now fear mongering. Yeah.
I think what's important too, guys, is, you know, I still pull through a drive-through, you know, every fortnight or order a pizza or do something like that. It's just
It's
test,
balance.
correct me if
Yeah.
it's just balancing and trying to look after your car, your vehicle,
For sure.
for, you know, more than 80% of the time.
Yep,
Then,
yep.
you know, on a weekend, have some beers, have a pizza. There's nothing wrong with that. But just maintaining that health, because you won't feel it now, but when you get older at the end of the marathon, you realise that
I'll tell you what, mate. Yeah, my hangovers are starting to last a bit longer. Getting a bit long in the tooth now. So yeah,
I actually feel like when I eat healthier, I have more energy.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
weird. It's a weird feeling.
And it's like totally correlated.
I believe it's a momentum thing as well. Like if you're eating healthy, like you get these meals, and then like the next week while you're eating those meals, you're like, all right, I'm gonna make the order for next week because I know that it's
it's
this
a
will make me feel
mindset
good.
too. Like you're practicing good behaviors, so you're more likely. You're eating better. You're more likely to engage in like exercise and make better decisions. So
yeah.
I'm yet to see any negatives about Youfoodz and eating better. There are none.
Wish I could blame a bad diet on lots of the poor decisions I've made in life.
Yep. Yeah.
Where were Youfoodz then?
I know for myself, and I'm probably speaking, you know, a lot of you out there listening would probably feel it too, but when you do something like a bit of if it's a run or if it's 20 push-ups in your garage or if it's anything where you release that serotonin in your brain and then you go, wow, I've just eaten a meal with veggies as well. And later it's good for your mental health.
Big time.
And that's such a big topic these days. It's just going to help you out with just how you feel about your life.
So walk around the beach like David Hasselhoff.
Yeah.
After that,
Red Speedos.
Yep. 2 days of eating healthy, and you're like, wow, I haven't felt this good in a decade. Yeah. It is. It's really good for your mental health. Last time I had to call 000 when I got to the end of the run, but last time I had a run, I was like, whoo-hoo.
How long ago was that?
Last week or something. No, it was a fair while ago. I got kids. I'm busy.
Because you know what they say? They say you can break your bad habits in your next meal or your next action. It's never too late to just look after yourself.
So get ordering.
Is it only me, right? I'm sure it's not, but when you're deciding what to eat, right, I always get this little guilt complex before I walk up to the counter. But every time I'm sort of wrestling with myself, like, don't do it, Brad. Just get something better. And then the devil pops up and goes, oi, just do it. Just grab it, man. Get into it.
It's funny you say that because emotional eating is a thing. And
I'm always sad.
How good would this sound if you just kind of regulated that in your life where you're like, I'm going to own that. Like, even if it's going from 3 times a week to 1, you're going to own that 1 time a week. And when you walk in there, you're not going to think like that. You're going to order a family bucket. You're going to
I'm going to eat 3 times the amount, 1/3
and that's what's good about habit, because you're like, because I know tomorrow I'll do this or that or the other. It's like accepting those habits. And then it's powerful because you walk in there almost like a superhero. I'm going to get my bucket because you know that's your moment.
They look over at you walking in. Oh, look at it. He's got a purpose. Get the bucket ready.
Get the bucket.
Oh, well, have we covered everything? Let's make sure here. Before we've been chatting for an hour and 6 minutes here. Time flies when you're having fun and
eating
food
good food,
drinking,
meeting new friends, finding out that your co-host is a super taster.
You're going to go home and Google super taster.
And
I don't need to. It's in my heart.
I'm living and breathing it.
It's in my heart. I'm damn sure it's going on my resume though.
I think I'm confident we've covered everything on the list, and fantastic banter along the way. I feel like we're bonded now, guys.
We're connected on a super tasting level.
Maybe it might be the kombucha talking, but
that 0.1% knocked you out.
Some of us have found out stuff about themselves they never knew.
Yeah, there we go.
Hidden talents.
Incredible.
You're damn right I'm cutting plumbing. You didn't shove that. I'm going to the food industry.
Yeah.
Give myself a nut belly.
Thanks so much for having us.
That's all right. It was fantastic.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you for coming on and sharing your knowledge. And I feel better about my diet now.
Yes.
Because that's just going to remain Youfoodz. And
I feel like in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to feel better about my diet because I'll make some adjustments here and stop eating so many trans fats because they put tree roots in your arteries.
Yes. I'm going to quiz you. What have you learnt from talking with a dietitian today? That's one.
Yep. I have learned that I can walk around with my shirt off because I'm basically a Ferrari.
I love that, spreading that body positivity.
Aren't I?
Yeah.
I'm going to go past my, she goes, can you put a shirt on? Hey, you don't keep a Ferrari parked in the garage, girl.
Show that off.
Yeah. And then I'll go through, you see, because what I put in, windshields, doors, you got to look at it like that. And that's what we have here.
I've built this.
Yeah.
I've built it.
I've built this car.
Built, not bought. That's for damn sure. What did you learn, Brad?
I've learned so much. So I'm just thinking about you as a Ferrari now. It's sort of consuming my thoughts a little more
I'll send you a photo later.
Yeah, cheers, yeah.
Got some red Speedos.
No, I've learned heaps. I've learned that I'm going to look at food a little bit different now. Well, a lot, very different. I'll feel more guilty now about eating the foods I usually eat, which is a good thing, I suppose.
Yeah. You can still have your favourite foods, but just try and include some.
Indulge less.
Well, I want to thank you guys personally, for letting us be on the show and hosting us because, the biggest messaging for me would make me so fulfilled as a foodie and as someone that, looks on to friends, family and all their lives is just moderate. And you said before you feel don't feel guilty. Just be happy, do the things you love, but just be conscious of your 7-day week because it's not, as I say, that's not a 7-day week. It's a lot of day life.
Yeah.
So it's that happiness and just finding that.
Absolutely,
balance. Healthy balance.
Definitely.
How's your kombucha?
Mate, delicious.
Are you finished?
No, I've got about a third to go. I like kombucha. I drink it all the time.
Do you?
Yeah.
You're a... Nah, nothing. I was trying to think of something clever with kombucha, but it's a hard word to link up with something
It
witty.
is.
Butcher.
And that's the podcast.
Thanks for coming. Appreciate having you in.
Yeah,
It's been very informative. I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah, so don't forget, guys.
No one will even, and you guys will never know why they're laughing like that. I promise you. Youfoodz.com. On checkout, use the promo code Trade Tools. Get yourself 20% off. Have a go. Try it out. And thank us later.
Thank you so
Thank you
much,
so
guys.
much, guys.
Enjoy life. Enjoy food.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Cheers, guys. Well, there we have it. Another episode wrapped up, guys. I'd love to hear your feedback, and you can email me at tradio@tradetools.com or message the Trade Tools social pages with any topics you'd like to hear about. And of course, be sure to hit the subscribe button to keep up to date. Until the next episode, see ya!